So you've got this, and you take a card, fold it over, trim the seam allowance. So I've got roughly a 1/4 inch seam allowance there. Then you take your tree fabric, okay, and you place it, right sides together like this. That's where you're going to sew. Okay, now keep that piece flipped over here. Okay, that will, so that this will help you check if you've got enough fabric. So the tree, if you hold it up to the light, I don't think you can do it. I can't really do it at the moment, but this, the triangle's there. Okay, so I've got more than enough fabric required to cover the triangle. So I'm just going to take this and sew along this line to attach the A4 piece. Okay. So I've got A4 piece. Oops. Now I want to sew on the A5 piece. So I get my postcard, fold it back. Now you could do this on a cutting mat or with your rotary cutter, but I just usually just get a pair of scissors and trim. Whoops. Trim. Just take that away. So what you have is, that's what it looks like there. And I'm going to take another scrap fabric. Maybe I'll just use this one. Now what you need to make sure is, so you're going to place it here. I just take this bit off. Now, to make sure this new fabric covers the next piece, what I do is I flip that over. See, now it needs to go all the way to this piece here to cover this piece here. So I just need to put that there. Now line up. Now it looks, let's see, line it up there. Now what I need to do is make sure, if I fold it over, can you see that my fabric, there's not enough fabric there, so I can't use this piece. Okay, I might just get a different larger piece. Let's have a look. Okay, I found this slightly larger piece. I'll try again. So got this. Oh, sorry about this. It's hard to film and talk at the same time. So just pull that way. Line that up, making sure. So what I've got is I've got enough fabric there to cover that end, and I'm going to fold this piece over. Okay, see my A5 piece? There needs to be fabric underneath that A5 piece. Can you see that I've got enough fabric? Okay, because this fabric covers the A5 piece. So there's the A5 piece and there's fabric underneath there. Okay, so I'm lining it up here all the way up to here. So I'm lining up the 1/4 inch seam. Okay, so I'll just sew that down. So I will roughly trim that. I mean, I will press it later, but I'll roughly trim that now so I don't have to. Okay, I'll be trimming that with a rotary cutter later on. Then I'm going to trim off this part of the triangle. So okay, now I'll get the leftover piece from the A5 piece, and I will line it up here, and I'll check that my fabric extends past this point, and you can see this, it extends past that point, like at least a 1/4 inch, and then that it extends past this point. And when I fold it over, whatever fabric I'm attaching must be bigger than this piece here. So this is the A6 piece, and I've got enough fabric underneath the A6 piece, like more than enough, like it goes all the way here. Okay, so that's what you need to make sure you have enough fabric, otherwise you'll fall short and have to unstitch. Okay, so now I've got the fabrics of the tree. There's a little bit of the A5 piece. Okay, so I'll roughly line it up there. I'll flip that over and I'll be sewing along that line. So I've sewn all the way through to the seam allowance, and flip that over. Okay, and I will take that to the iron, press it, and then trim off around where the cutting line is. And I will have so this won't matter because that will become part of the seam allowance. So here it is trimmed. So you can see how the line extends here. Oops, it's a bit hard to see. And that's what it'll look like at the